Hey YouTube family, how are you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. Well, it's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Prince Edward Island. I'm just pulling into the church with my beautiful wife, and we're gonna go sit in the service. And I have the giveaway guitar all boxed up because I'm giving it to a kid here. His name is Nathan. Actually, he's one of the youth that the church hired on this summer, like to help with projects and stuff. They always hire a couple students. And anyway, he was up last weekend and he gave a testimony. It kind of got me right here, you know. He explained how he grew up in the system, you know. So this guy went from foster home to foster home to foster home, and he was explaining how he never really had anything. And the pastor was talking about this book called The Giving Tree, and it's a pretty cool story. It's about, you know, this tree that just gives everything it has to please the little boy that grew up playing on this tree. And at the end of the book, the tree is just a stump, and he still has something to give. As the little boy is now old, he needs a place to sit, and the tree says, well, come and sit on my stump. And it's just a cool story. Nathan got up and he was just talking about you know, his journey and stuff, and he mentioned that it was kind of funny that the pastor had talked about the book called The Giving Tree, because he said as a foster kid you don't really have much stuff. You don't get to keep much stuff. Like, I'm not one of those kids who, you know, gets lots of presents for Christmas and gets lots of stuff for his birthday, and you don't really have a lot of stuff. He said, but The Giving Tree was one of those books as a kid growing up that I had that was mine, and I would take it, you know, from place to place. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. So at the end of the service, I was just chatting with him, and I said, hey, do you play guitar by chance? He's like, no, but I was, you know, I've always wanted to learn, but it's just not, you know, a good time for me right now. And I said, well, would you like one? And he kind of looked at me funny. So I told him a story about the YouTube channel and the guitar giveaway, and how Steve Hebert, yes, that's you, Steve, won the guitar and wanted me to give it away to a deserving kid. And I told him, I said, I think you're pretty deserving, and if you would like to have this guitar, I would gladly give it to you. And he says, wow, well, if you're offering it, I wouldn't say no. I said, I'm offering it. So I'm going to gift him this guitar, and we'll see how that goes. Just to respect his privacy, I'm not going to have him on video, but hopefully I can get like a guitar unboxing and you'll hear a bit of the conversation, and then possibly get, you know, just a picture at the end. All right, cool, man. Open it up. And like I said, the case will be here next week. It's a pretty cool color. So it comes out this way. Yeah, yeah. So it's all protected. Like, even if you don't have a case, you can just keep it in the box. Yeah. And then, so that's West Creek JX20, they call it. Yeah. And it's a Strat style.
You can get it out of the packaging.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Let's try, everybody. Wow. Wow, I really totally love packaging, everybody. Sounds fun. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. That's called a Splatter Red Edition. And it's got, you know, so it's got, I know you might not know a lot about guitars yet, but that's got a humbucker single. So when you're in this position, like the first position down here, yep, that runs this pickup, and then in the second position it runs these two. Third position it runs this one. That position runs these two, and then that position runs this one. But this pickup, you can pull this switch up and it'll split it, so it'll make it like a single coil as well. So yeah. So, and then this is your volume, and this is your tone control, and there's a little manual here, that's nothing, but there's a trem bar, right? So this trem bar goes in here, yeah, right? That goes in there, and then you can do some little Eddie Van Halen stuff.
Yeah, if I really wanted to.
That's right. I never use those things. There's some tools to set up the guitar, and yeah. So it's pretty cool. So the guy's name who won it was Steve Hebert. So, and then when I asked him for his shipping information, he said, no, give it to someone who you think is, you know, would benefit from it. And I'm like, sure. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
People love that.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Should be neat. That was really cool. And you know what he told me? Yesterday was his birthday. How perfect is this? Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, for all your support on the channel. And Steve, you got a heart of gold, buddy. So to Steve and everyone out there who spends time on my channel with me, you guys take care. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one.